Guys, welcome back. Just to show you what I got so far. So I stretched the chassis, as you can see. I use this aluminum half-inch aluminum bar that I got from Home Depot. I bent into a U shape or C shape or whatever you want to call it. I took a aluminum bar that I showed you my last build. This is, I believe, a 3/4 inch, and basically I drilled it out. I cut the drive shaft in half, and I bolted a couple of stainless steel screws to them to hold it in place. And I took a couple of these aluminum bars right here, sanded it down, added some thread. As you can see, put the 120mm shocks on it. And then, let's see, what else did I do? See, put the transmission. I added a couple of aluminum screws to the back plate over here to hold this in place. And then, obviously, all stainless steel screws throughout the truck. And what else did I do? I'm gonna go ahead and I basically took some gasket maker and I covered all the screws that are steel for this so it doesn't rust out. And I'm adding this Cosmic digital servo, brushless servo, and everything in the front is still original. So the whole front is basically all original. It's just the back that I flip it over. I'll show you the aluminum bars here. I basically just like I said, I sanded them down, made it a little bit thinner, and then I threaded them to connect it to these little plastic links here. And then I added these 120mm shocks, oil-filled shocks. And then this is the aluminum tube that I was talking about. And basically I cut it. And then I added where the threaded part here, I added it over on this side and then bolted it right through and left this side completely stock. This right here, this back part. So all I had to do is just extend this part, this piece right here, and these links. So that's what it looks like underneath. At a later date, these will all be stainless steel, so they all match. This is just basically my can be like my everyday crawler, so I'm not really worried about what it looks like or what have you. I will show you another one that I'm building and making it look obviously a little bit more fancier to make it kind of like a shelf queen, but this is just all the stuff that I had laid, all the extra materials I had laying around, and I just cut it all and pieced it together. So that's what it looks like so far. Stay tuned to see how this build turns out. Alright guys, so I want to show you the progress I made so far. I noticed the front here, the chamfer on this was way off, and I had to do a ton of adjustments. You see this link right here that I'm pointing at? I basically took it off and then twisted it a few threads off just to get the chamfer so that way this could basically align full like 90 degrees. Because of the shocks, the 120mm shocks, it set it off almost 35 degrees this way. So I didn't want that to happen. So I adjusted that, and I adjusted this front link as well. I basically gave it, I don't know, I'd say probably 8 to 10 turns to loosen it up. And as you can see, I got it perfectly straight. Let's see when it's compressed down, it's perfectly straight. Even when it's fully up, it's completely straight. Same with the back. I didn't have to mess with the back. I did the measurements exactly the way I wanted them. So this one's perfectly straight. So now I'm gonna go ahead and finally add the tires. I've got here these Pitbull rock bears. They're super soft. I mean, I got the aluminum bead locks as well on this with the stainless steel screws on it. So I'm gonna go ahead and add these. These are the 1.9s. Eventually, I will have to order another set of the 2.2s. But as you can see, They are super soft crawling tires. So I'm just gonna throw these on. Like I said, this is my everyday kind of like beater. I'm not really too worried about the way it looks or the type of stuff that I'm adding on it. These are all extra spare parts that I had laying around that I'm gonna throw on this one. So it's kind of like a little budget build that I'm building a 6-scale TRX. And then I did have to order another one of these. I believe this is a 1080, I believe it is. I think is somewhere, but yeah, this was I tried. I believe I have the 1060, the smaller one, which works well, and I upgraded kind of to this one. This one's a little bit larger, it's an 80 amp for 10 scale or 1/8 scale projects, and it came with a programming card, so that was pretty cool. So I'm gonna go ahead and install this. As far as the motor, I am probably gonna use probably another DeWalt drill motor. I love using those impact drill motors because they're like super tough for these type of projects that I'm building. So once I get this installed, I'll install tires, I'll show you what it looks like, and then I'll move on with the project and give you guys an update. So don't forget to subscribe, like, and drop a comment. Let me know what you guys want to see next. So thank you.